Okay, so today we will start with Pablo and something that he prepared for us. And if we will have a little more time, we will do some kind of a sync. So Pablo, I will make you presenter.
Great. No.
You made me presenter instead of.
Sorry. So I make Pablo presenter.
Add extension.
Yeah, you need to download the extension for the
ball.
And that's it, no?
Yeah. No, you need to choose what you're sharing.
Oh. For now, I will start with a touch screen, maybe.
Okay. One thing before Pablo starts, I've sent a message in the Slack about there was some kind of phishing to the support library of Google. Please read it and make sure that you are following what's needed in order to use the support library. It's okay. I hope that we did not release anything that was using the wrong library. It's a tweet that I posted yesterday, so please read it, Sergey in particular. So,
okay, I think we're not using that library, no? I mean,
I don't know. Take a look. It's some kind of phishing that they did in JSON. So, just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Ryan, you know how to show the Chrome, like the normal screen Chrome? Maybe this is Android Studio by sure. Maybe that one.
Yeah, this is cool.
All right. What you see over there? Oh, cool.
Screen.
So, well, guys, how we start?
Go ahead.
Well, today I want to talk a little bit about the latest stuff in the UI. Not the latest, but something that is getting popular. It's a cool layout called CoordinatorLayout. As you can see in the screen, I grabbed some samples from Google of whatever. You see this nice slide up, typical from Google Maps app. That thing can be made using the coordinator layout. Also, right here, for example, like you see the toolbar getting in and out from as the user slides. Let me see another stuff like this. Wait up. Okay, this is another cool sample. This kind of stuff like moving the toolbar layout and the recycler or whatever scroller as the user touches the screen, it's the what material design brings to the table right now. And one of the easiest way to implement it is with this layout that comes in the support library called Coordinator, as I said. Before the Coordinator, it was kind of hard trying to do all these kind of animations and stuff since we have to, most of the time, Android developers, we had to inherit from some of the existing layouts, like the frame layout, and then handling the touches, the user touches stream through all the children of this group view, and play with it, having all the state machines for the different children and stuff. But with the new, what Google did was they kind of gather all these libraries that people were using outside in the community, and then created a more order or more structure layout for doing this. I will get. I hope you guys got what I'm talking about already, no?
Yeah, I'm a bit familiar with that one.
Okay, perfect. So I think it's a good time to dive a little bit into code to how the API works and everything. Basically, the coordinator layout is a kind of a frame layout. It's a NOM. It doesn't do anything itself, but it depends on a class core behavior, code behavior, which is an inner class from the layout itself. And once we attach behaviors to the children of this layout, then it's when we can start doing actual stuff. The way it works, you can attach behaviors in many different ways. You can do it through XML as, let me see, as these examples right here, you see, using the layout behavior keyword. Then we have to explicitly tell them the class the behavior class that we are attaching to these children, and also we can do it through annotations on the children class itself, or programmatically adding the behavior class to the one of the children, to the layout of the children. For example, what is cool about this API is that the parent layout, the coordinator layout, will pass a series of events that are very comfortable for creating animations and coordinating stuff. Like the first is there's two. They separate the API into two types of events. Let's call that way. One of the events is for dependency events, which it creates a dependency between siblings of the parent layout, and then it passes you the different events when your brother or change the position in the screen. For example, for that API, they use these two methods: layout depends on and on dependent view changes. On layout depends on, they pass the parent itself. It's useful if you want to get all other children's reference through the parent, and then they pass you your view itself, and they also pass you the dependency view that get changes. At this point, you are able to define if you want to get the event when the view dependency change or not. You can decide if you want to depend on it or not, and that's it. If you return true for a particular view, then you are going to receive events on this method down here, which is called on-dependent view change. In this method, you can then grab different positions of the screen, of the view changing, and then can apply it to your view itself and do whatever kind of stuff you have you want to animate. The second part of the API is more related to scrolling, and it's cool for is this one right here. It's cool if you have like two scroll views inside each other. They call it nested scrolling. Before before this layout comes out, it was a little bit hard to handling the touch event for when you have nested scrollers, because you have to disable the touch on the parent depending on the touch position and stuff like that. But right now they fixed everything. They've kind of fixed everything, and then they give you this API where you also have to use the layout depends on method, and they pass you the same parameters, no? And then you pick if you depend on the depending child. In this case right here, for example, I said that that I want to the depend on this nested scroll view, and I will receive these events right here, which is on start nested scroll, on nested pre-scroll, on nested scroll, and on stop nested scroll. These are 4 events related to scrolling are very powerful because they just not pass you the amount of access that got moved and also the view itself that moved, but they also give you the possibility to steal events, to steal touches move from the parent. Like if you want to move, let's say you have to scroll 1 inside scroll 2, you can still touches from scroll 2 without getting past to scroll 1. Usually the hierarchy of the touches events in Android had to wait until the touch reaches the last child, and then when wait until the touches go back. But right now you can still the touch even though the touch event gets into the more deep child. On this method again, you return true or false if you want to depend on the if you want to take the next event, and then here on nested pre-scroll you can start taking the different movements amount and then play with it. Here same thing. Actually, I'm not using a nested scroll in this sample. I picked a nested pre-scroll because the idea of stealing the movement and this kind of stuff. I prepared an example here. I don't know if you guys can see the all right. Then all this code that I've been all this code that I've been presenting is in this sample right here. You can see it's a little bit ugly, but well, the idea is that you see how I can, play as I scroll the scroll, because this element right here is a scroll view that when I kind of you see I'm scrolling up now, but it doesn't start scrolling up to until I reach the last position of until the toolbar collapses is the right term to say. Then as I scroll, you see the black line. I picked just that. It's kind of a bored interface, but I can take the movement of the same amount as scroll, and then play like, I don't know, for a helper, for some people who needs a helper to read or something, you can use it, stuff like that. Then when until I finish, then as you see, I can scroll, nothing happens. Here, same thing, I'm still scrolling. And then when I reach that point, I can, play with it. Oh, this you can do anything you want with this API. I kind of pick a board user interface, but it's just to show the, how you can even collapse this the title, everything. You get an event when the toolbar collapses and can show different stuff. That's another. This is another cool sample that I find online. Here you can play, like doing more advanced stuff. See, so this sample uses the nested scrolling stuff. Then all these methods and the API in code are really relevant if you want to customize a behavior. As I said, if you want to define a specific behavior for your child, for your view. However, the API itself has a lot of built-in flags that makes your your app to get, makes you to have all these animations and stuff, just declaring flags in your XML. As a good sample, I had a, let me see. No, that wasn't this one. Jesus. Oh, I think I deleted. There was a whatever. Let me see. It's not the right. Here, it's not the right place. Right here. Sorry. There you see, like declaring in this sample, for example, you use the layout because also they have a collapsing in the same API. They also did a group of all the elements that comes built-in with built-in support for working with the coordinator layout. Between there is the collapsing toolbar layout. Also, they have another one called app bar layout, and the toolbar is also playing inside with this with the new API. You see the app bar layout that grabs the toolbar. When mixing all these built-in components, we can just to declare a flags. Let me see if I found a. These all are cool examples that you can use, and all these animations of extending the toolbar and playing with the floating button can be just placed, like for example, declaring these flags here, like exit until collapse, enter always collapse. The details of all of them is kind of hard to explain because you need to get used to the terminology they use for all this stuff, like enter always collapse. It's a kind of need to read a little bit more and get familiar with it, but it's about this, it's about playing with the way you want the scrolling to animate the bar or any other thing. And I think, guys, that's everything. You want to talk a little bit more or ask some questions?
I have a question. Do you know issues in the API? Something that's problematic?
You said issues, Ram? Issues in the, I think, yeah, there's a couple of caveats when using the API. I think not on my experience, because as you see, my example was kind of simple, but I read some people online that get sometimes when they put too many childs on stuff or scrolling, nested scroll too many scrollers, they get like clumpy, jumping, when they scroll, jumping the views and stuff like that. But I think it's a kind of typical, since it's a fresh API, but they probably, as the time goes, they fix all this stuff. But I don't know about anyone in particular. It's just,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? Quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Silence. They are overwhelmed. Okay. So thank you, Pablo.
Well, thanks.
And let's do some kind of sync between us because we have time. So let's start. Oh, I see that Atanas is here. So Atanas, you can update us if you're doing some Android stuff currently.
Fine.
Mm.
Oh no. Or maybe it's not.
I'm hearing the echo. I believe I'm hearing the echo every time you speak.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Was that a question?
Hello? You hear me? Someone?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question, please?
I asked if you are working currently on an Android task, and if so, if you can update us. We are doing some kind of, usually when we have time in our day, in our weekly, we are doing some kind of a sync between the people. So if you
Okay.
can tell us something, if it's relevant, go ahead.
So I did something on the Android repository, and it was one of the Ruby scripts. It wasn't inserting the correct minimum SDK, so I fixed that, and this was my first commit. I think it's waiting for review. So that's it.
Okay, cool.
You ate hummus.
And you ate hummus. Good.
Yeah, my body doesn't understand it.
Cool. So Dror is the next in the list, as I see.
Cool. First thing I want to update is I updated the Epoxy SDK.
Are they using finally AAR or still?
They are using AR but not Maven, so I upload it manually to the bin tray. And we have a new version called 281. And basically, I removed the external project from the SDK and put this Maven link in both build graders. That we don't really need to use it as a project and only as a Maven dependency.
Anyway, the pushes doesn't work, but let's see if you
Yeah.
can see the support thread. But
Yeah.
cool.
So I got pushes today from Noticieros and
Noticiero sending like 10 million pushes, so half of them you receive and half not, probably. So
okay.
let's
Instead of that, I update the 360 player with their latest SDK. It was calculate. They Google deprecate library called I don't remember the name. libpng. It was deprecated library that 360 used. And they released a new version without this lib, and I had to update their SDK. So I updated the plugin with this. Televisa Deportes, Televisa Noticieros, and Televisa Televisión released new versions with the update SDK, with the latest modular SDK. Deportes and Televisión is not simplified, so I did it manually. And basically, I think that's it on my side for this week. Yeah.
cool. קריתי? פה? Okay, so Elad, you go first, because I don't see...
רן,
okay.
שומעים אותי? You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so what I did is to integrate the web's articles in our app. So now we can use in our web view to open articles from web with the URL scheme from push, QR code, or just URL. And I added the ability.
What is an
article? each web page. We are using Atom for articles. Now we can use until now we opened the articles outside the browser with URL scheme.
No, we open in the article. We open in native.
What?
Article we open in native activity.
He means link. He means
where do you open articles in our web view?
Not in web view, in the app, in the modular. You're saying?
Really, link categories, not articles. Stop saying article. For Reshet, it's article.
I don't understand.
Link categories.
Okay.
So you
Articles,
I don't understand what is the new feature. What is the difference between this and Atom article?
Automatic, it's article, okay, that we are using from the XML to open it natively, and now we have the ability to open link category, not article. Okay, link category in our web view with the show context params. If the show context, it's like in iOS. iOS have the show context feature if it's equal to true, so we open it with the top bar, and if it's equal to false, so we are opening it without the top bar.
And how you open it with the URL scheme? How the app knows to open it in a...
It should be a parameter on the URL. It's not matter if it's URL scheme or just a URL to a web page.
So it's not a part of the Atom, right?
No. It's not related to the Atom.
Can you send us after there is a documentation for this?
No. We need to document it. You can open Reshet, the new version 6.0, and you can see it. There are examples there with show context equal to true or to false, and you can see that web view opens full screen or with the top bar.
Okay, if you can, like, I don't know, document it somehow, or at least send us something that I can post.
We need to document it. It's what Yael doing it.
Okay.
Yael is doing it, and it will be documented.
Okay, nice. And it's in the...
I wrote an example.
It's a web in Applicaster SDK web view? Where is it? Okay.
And now I'm working on Baby TV to Zapifest it. Zapifest, I don't know how to say it.
I told you, line with Pablo about it. Because we're doing the same thing on Jelly Jam.
What are you doing?
Zaplify the Baby TV, the baby branch.
Okay,
Baby Jelly Jam, no, Jelly Jam.
I want to ask you, what about the branch or the tag that you are using for Jelly Jam? Why it's not merged to the dev?
Because it's in testing.
But I talked with the staff and it said that they finished to test it.
In iOS.
I don't know where, but he told me that it's finished. And it's on air, no? It's published. Like,
no.
It's in the store. Jelly Jam not in the store?
No.
Okay. So do you know when it will happen? Because I want to use your...
There is open issues. We need to fix it and to release a new version.
Who's testing it?
Asaf?
Asaf, so how we don't know what's happening with this?
I don't know. Pablo and Geraldine supposed to.
Can you drop Pasa Kariri the branch that we are working on, and he may join?
Yeah. Which branch?
It's called merge root with. It's a long name. I can pass it to you on Slack. Yeah.
Send me please the branch name.
And now we are having issues mainly with the storefront because there's a new implementation of the storefront. But beside of that, everything is working now.
Cool. Okay.
Right.
I will join. I will use this branch, and maybe I can help you with the implementation of something there.
Yeah. Great, great.
Okay. Thank you. So that's all. That's all for now.
Elad?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi all. Basically, I'm working on analytic features. New feature, it's called Screen View. The point of this feature is basically measuring all the screen that the user view. And it's going to allow us later on to understand which screen is present more, which action happening in each screen, what is the best place to promote VOD, where is the best place to set VOD, stuff like that. That's it. I already aligned with the already speak with Sergey about the river, the new implementation of screens. That's it.
Cool. Pablo?
Everything was understood?
Yeah, I think
cool.
So.
Well, me, I've been working on pretty much as we talk with Dror and Kariri on the Jelly Jam branch, trying to sapify this app with all the features, the new storefront features working. Also, I've been sapifying one of the apps, Canal 5, and working on the sapification as well of the no, it's another app. Actually, I don't remember the name right now, but it's another app for Televisa. And yeah, it's pretty much all I've been doing.
Uven?
I'm doing nothing as usual. No, but seriously, for the last 2 weeks, we sat with Atanas a lot, introducing our products. And that's it. Bug fixes for Ziben, working on the Chromecast.
What are you doing with the Chromecast? Because I remember there was an implementation in the past. So what is new? Or you're only updating the behavior?
No.
So they changed the SDK.
We implement the Chromecast. We integrated. It wasn't integrated like needed, like Google requires.
Okay.
We integrate mini controls all over the app that shows the Chromecast that is currently playing. It's a complete feature. We're working together with the core team. I mean, we said a lot with Udi, and basically when working on it, we split it into 2 parts. The part of the app, because it's a bit complicated feature. I don't know if I should talk about everything now, but basically it has a lot of requirements that you should meet. Unless you meet all of them, Google doesn't approve your app for Chromecast. Alisa, I'm in the middle. Take the helm and go away.
Okay.
Anyway, so you have you should present every time you are playing something on the Chromecast, you must present some kind of mini player controls on the app, no matter in which scenario. Now, every time you press play button and you are connected to Chromecast, it should go to the Chromecast directly and not open the player. Okay? And, like a lot of things like this. So we split it into 2 parts. We are doing now, we are working on the part of presenting all the mini player controls and everything, and the Chromecast button on the navbar. and the client basically implements on their player the part that communicates with the Chromecast app receiver app. So basically, if you want to use Chromecast in Applicaster Player, we just need to implement and to add the part that ProSieben is doing on their player, and we will have a reference because all the code is opened. So we can just look what they did, do the same on our player, and build a receiver app for Chromecast.
And you are planning to do that?
For Applicaster Player now.
Why not? Not in your roadmap?
No, because we need to do it for ProSieben Player.
No, this I understand, but afterwards to integrate it in
Afterwards we'll see, but for now we have to finish with this release.
Okay.
Israel is doing it.
Even if not, Israel.
Israel is supposed to be doing
it. Both Israel team and us need the Chromecast, so basically we'll implement the app side, and they will probably finish with the player side. But we'll see after we will release ProSieben.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. More? Or that's it?
For me, that's it. I think on Chromecast, if you want, Merav can be. And Merav knows better than me. But that's it.
Cool. Sergey?
Okay, so basically what I've been doing is something called the river template. It's like, in a way, it's one JSON that we will have for all the screens, a JSON that we will be able to compose any of the screens in the app. It's based on for now, on the composite layout, and I'm just working with it, like, to make it work with this specific flow, like adding tabs and having all the having all of our components to be able to be displayed in that specific river template. And that's it.
Are you adding a new tab component?
No, I'm trying to use our tab layout, the swipe tab layout, and have it inside the composite.
Okay.
I would like to elaborate a little bit about what Sergey is doing on what actually this is what the next thing that we are working on, Zap. So currently Zap is allowing you to build apps with specific templates. So what we are trying to do now is we had some research work, and we built a screen that in the first stage, by hiding and showing different UI components, we are able to kind of cover all the different screens that we have. And this is what basically we're trying to do now on Android and on iOS as well. So instead of choosing a template, you will define your screens with the components. And this screen is called River. So if you hear the name River, this is what we're talking about. And hopefully Sergey will give us some good news by the end of the week, so we'll be able to move forward with it without doing a lot of refactoring in the current code. Yeah. So just in general, to let you know about the direction that we are trying to go now is that instead of templates, we are trying to move to screens.
So basically, the difference between templates will be the cell styles.
Exactly. In the first step, template will define the cell style. Exactly. Afterwards, not even that. Afterwards, we will try to completely deprecate the usage of template. But
So I have a pool of cell styles and
yes,
choose.
yeah, exactly. You will be able to choose from a pool of cell styles for style your component, and that's it. But we are far from that. So
Yeah. Okay, cool.
we first need to understand if we can use the current implementation.
I think the tabs will be problematic to enter to the
Yeah,
composer.
this is what Sergey is saying, that he has problem with doing tabs. He's trying now different approaches.
Oh, you need to, yeah, you need to change. Okay.
Let's see how it will end up. The point is, look, we can do a refactor using a completely new infrastructure and UI components of Android, like a cycler view and etc., etc. But we are trying to give a value fast, let's say it like this. So unless we will get, in the end, of course, we will need to do this refactor, but we're trying to provide something using the current implementation without going into a couple of weeks adventure. This is the
Yeah.
main reason, and hopefully we will not reach the glass ceiling. So this Sergey will update probably soon, I hope.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Good
that's
luck.
it. On my side, there's nothing new that I need to update. I'm working a lot about this kind of thing, the river stuff, and a lot about how to improve the process of creating an app and demos and stuff like that. But when will be something interesting to update, I will.
I have a
Currently,
question. The river gonna be part of the ZAP or it's like
again,
separate the
say again.
river gonna be part of the ZAP
Yeah,
or
yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
be
Part of that.
okay.
Part of that. Part of that. Part of Zap. Instead of choosing a template, you will define your screen or choose a predefined screens or something like that in general.
Okay.
But yeah, it's part of that.
Cool.
Cool, great. So thank you everybody for your time. As usual, I will post it soon. Pablo, I will take it from you the links and I will share the links in the YouTube of what Pablo presented, maybe also the code if you can upload it to public repository and I will post it. And I need a volunteer for next week, someone that wants to talk about something that is interested, that is related to something. So please be proactive, and if not, we will do some kind of.
I have a cool feature in the Android Studio that I'm using. If people want to, it's like I can do it now. It's like 5 minutes.
Cool. So show us. Why not? So I make.
I don't know if you know, there is something called that you can record the device.
Though
Let
I
me show
shared the
you.
screen with you, so now you can show us.
Okay. One second.
By the way, have
There,
you updated to 2.2?
it's 2.2, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they released stable, I think, yesterday or the day before. By the
No,
way,
no, it's not the newest one.
by
It's
the
like
way,
a month ago or something.
they also released the Android 7.
Okay.
Yeah, that they released like a month ago, I think.
Yeah. So you have Android 7. You can download the new operating system, and I don't know. For sure it affects some of our. At least what I've seen, that the push notifications are different. So maybe we need to look at it and understand if we need to do some kind of change UI wise.
Okay. So there is a new feature
You
in
show us
the.
something? Yeah. Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's called the screen recorder. That when you connect the phone and open the
specific application. You can record the screen and share it. For example, if you have a bug with the keyway or with customer, with other developer that you want to show him the flow of the application. So, for example, I open the Televis app and I just connect the phone to the computer, start recording, and now it's actually see everything that I'm doing on the phone. I'm navigate inside the phone in the app, and I will show you. Put it down there. So basically, it's a copy. It's a copy it as MP4, and you just can open it everywhere and see exactly the navigation that I.
So it's just a regular screen recorder, right? It's not something.
No, it's the screen recorder that automatically copy the MP4 to the wherever you want, and you can share it. You can do whatever you want. It's nice. For example, I worked with Carlos about the web view, and we had a bug, so I had to explain him how to reproduce it and stuff like this. So I just copied the flow and show him, and it was easy. And so it's a cool feature that I found that can be effective.
Nice.
That's it.
Cool. So thank you, everybody. And let's talk about what we present next week, a part of our thinking. I will address you sometime during the day or tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.